Hello and welcome to this edition of Superfast 50, the top 50 stories making headlines across India and the world. I'm Rukma with you. Let's begin. A day after Digvijay Singh questioned our forces and demanded proof of the surgical strikes, there has been no action against him. Rahul Gandhi has neither condemned his comment nor has he apologized. In fact, the Congress is now trying to distance itself from the controversy, calling it Digvijay's personal views. Republic confronted Digvijay Singh and Jairam Ramesh in the Bharat Toro Yatra. On the anti-army comments that were made on Monday, both the leaders evaded questions. Jairam Ramesh pushed away Republic mic and refused to answer.
The comments made are the comments by the opposition. I have got the greatest regard and respect for our defense forces, and I hold them in highest esteem.
And the Vadra Congress blocked Republic at the news briefing as our crew was not allowed at Rahul Gandhi's briefing after Jairam Ramesh was confronted earlier. Despite anger over the Congress's anti-army comments, Digvijay Singh remains defiant. In a series of tweets questioning the Modi government, he gave a clean chit to Pakistani terror over the Pulwama attack. The BJP has slammed Rahul Gandhi for dismissing Digvijay Singh's controversial comments on the surgical strikes as his personal opinion. BJP has asked why did Rahul Gandhi take so long to publicly declare his respect for the armed forces, and also asked the Congress to make its stand clear on the issues of terrorism and national security.
सवाल राहुल गांधी से पूछना है, आप निकले हैं भारत जोड़ने के लिए, आपके साथ चलने वाले बड़े-बड़े नेता भारत को तोड़ने का काम कर रहे हैं और आप चुप क्यों हैं? ये सवाल आपकी साख का है और देश की इज्जत का है और भारतीय सेना के सम्मान का है। राहुल गांधी, इस बात को समझिए।
And the Rajya Sabha MP leveled charge against Congress leader Jairam Ramesh, citing the Congress leader's 2005 book. Jet Malani tweeted, since 2005, Jairam Ramesh has been lobbying for Chinese telecom company Huawei's activities in India. Huawei has been banned in several countries as a security threat. Jairam now questions the government of India's China stand. It behoves him to disclose his Huawei links.
As regards Jairam Ramesh being a Chinese pet, it's very clear. I attached a link in which the Chinese were praising him and were telling the Indian government that they should pay heed to what Jairam Ramesh is saying, qua their concerns and qua their interest in India. And perhaps if they listen to Jairam Ramesh, Indo-Chinese relations would improve.
As the controversy over Jairam Ramesh's pro-China line becomes bigger, the Congress leader tried to deflect the issue by firing 4 questions, but no specific answers were given on his pro-China slant. The BBC docuseries on Modi that has been banned in India has been screened in Thiruvananthapuram Law College. The film was screened in Hyderabad University on Saturday, and screenings were also scheduled in Kochi, JNU and Kannur as well. BJP stages protests against the screening of the BBC film, the documentary that is, in Kochi and Thiruvananthapuram. Police resorted to using water cannons to quell the protests. And the ABVP opposed the screening of the BBC documentary in several college campuses. ABVP has said supporting a British-constructed narrative is coherent with the colonial mindset of British sepoys, of which many in opposition as well as so-called student organizations are indeed British stooges spreading a propaganda-driven BBC documentary in Indian educational institutions. RRR's Naatu Naatu continues to its winning streak as after the Golden Globes, it has now secured an Oscar nomination for Best Original Song. Indian documentary All That Breathes and a short documentary film, The Elephant Whisperers, are 2 in the race for the Oscars. All That Breathes was nominated in the documentary feature film category, while The Elephant Whisperers was nominated in the documentary short film category. 3 people dead in Lucknow after residential building collapses. Police rushed to the spot and began rescue operations. Deputy CM Rajesh Pathak has said that the building collapsed suddenly. Ruckus broke out between the Aam Aadmi Party and Bharatiya Janata Party councillors in New Delhi yesterday. The house was adjourned as the MCD house was adjourned because of constant loud sloganeering from both parties. Ministers climbed on benches and continued shouting at one another. Elections for Delhi mayor's post have now been postponed. After the house was adjourned sine die, ruckus broke out between Aam Aadmi Party and Bharatiya Janata Party councillors as it convened yesterday. Union Minister Meenakshi Lekhi has said democratic principles must be followed. A passenger on the Delhi-Hyderabad SPICEJET flight arrested for reportedly misbehaving with a female cabin crew member. On board, a case registered against the older man under the Section 354A for sexual harassment. Air India fined 10 lakh rupees by DGCA for not reporting the incident of passenger misbehavior to the regulatory body and causing a delay in referring the matter to the internal committee. DGCA has said the matter was a violation of DGCA's aviation requirements. Samajwadi Party leader SWAMI MAURYA booked over comments on Ramcharitmanas. FIR registered against him in Lucknow for his remarks on the epic. The SP leader has now claimed that the epic written by Tulsidas has hurt the sentiments of the Dalit community. Tamil Nadu Minister for Milk and Dairy Development SM Nasser threw a stone at a party worker because he delayed bringing in a chair for him. Minister Nasser was inspecting a place where the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin is expected to hold a meeting soon. A strange incident in Bengaluru. A man threw bundles of 10 rupee notes from the market flyover. He was seen doing this as a huge crowd gathered below the flyover to collect the notes. The traffic came to a standstill as the mob rushed to get their hands on the money. Union Minister Amit Shah held a meeting with Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis at the Ministry of Home Affairs. The meeting was held to discuss cabinet expansion and sugar industry, among other issues. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi arrives in Delhi. He was accompanied by a high-level delegation, including 5 ministers. He will be the guest for India's 74th Republic Day Parade. Wrestler Bajrang Punia and Sakshi Malik have tweeted stating they were promised that they will be consulted before forming the oversight committee, but consultations were not done before the formation of the committee. Delhi police files around 6,629 pages charge sheet in Shraddha Walkar murder case. Shraddha Walkar was strangled, her body chopped into 35 pieces and disposed of in various parts of Delhi, allegedly by her live-in partner Aftab Amin Poonawala. Strong earthquake tremors felt in Delhi NCR on Tuesday afternoon, triggering panic among residents. According to the National Center of Seismology, the intensity of the earthquake was 5.8 on the Richter scale. There seems to be absolutely no end to Bangalore's civic apathy issues. In yet another case, a BESCOM worker lost his life after suffering an electric shock while he was repairing a transformer in the city. Police in Coimbatore hold Bangladeshi national Anwar Hussain from Sharjah in Coimbatore airport. Upon suspicion, the airport police had asked him to sing the Indian national anthem, which he was not able to do so. Further frisking his documents, police found that he was traveling with a fake Indian passport. Chandigarh police, along with bomb disposal teams, arrived at Chandigarh court after advocates received a call of a bomb alert in a courtroom. The complex was vacated and the bomb squad teams arrived at the spot. Searches were underway. And a 33-year-old Telugu actor SUDHEER VARMA allegedly died by suicide yesterday. Known for his humble behavior and excellence in acting, the Telugu industry expressed their condolences. Celebrated Indian architect Balkrishna Doshi passes away at the age of 95, leaving behind a rich legacy of legendary work in the world of architecture. Doshi garnered prominence for his work in architecture. During the course of his 7 decades-long career, Doshi was a part of over 100 large projects, most of which were educational institutions in India, such as schools, art centers and libraries. PRASAD Acharya from Ilam district has set himself on fire in front of Nepal's federal parliament soon after the newly elected PM walked out of the house. India has formally sent invitations to all members of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, including Pakistan and China, for the upcoming foreign ministers meeting, which will be held in Goa from the 4th of May to the 5th. Electricity supply restored incrementally in Pakistan after a nationwide power breakdown left millions without electricity. Amidst fears of default and looming economic meltdown in Pakistan due to a balance of payment crisis in that country. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that the firing of over a dozen top officials earlier in the day over corruption should be seen as routine. NATO General Secretary Jens Stoltenberg urges allies to speed up deliveries of heavy and more advanced weapons to repel Russian forces in Ukraine. He expressed confidence that a decision on sending battle tanks to Kiev would come soon. The deputy head of Ukraine's presidential office has quit after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky pledged to launch a staff shakeup amid high-level corruption allegations during the war with Russia. A human rights group and 16 people from Myanmar have filed a criminal complaint in Germany seeking punishment of Myanmar's generals for genocide, war crimes and crimes against humanity. 7 people killed in 2 related shootings at agricultural facilities in a California coastal community south of San Francisco. 4 people dead, 5th injured from gunshot wounds at one location, 3 others found dead at another. Speaking at the 15th European Space Conference in Brussels, Borrell expressed his concerns over the race to access and control space. He warned that space was becoming a battlefield. Hundreds of high-tech workers in Tel Aviv walked out of their offices as part of a demonstration against proposed changes to the country's judicial system. Protesters blocked a main avenue outside a government office in central Tel Aviv. India piled an enormous 385 for 9 in 50 overs after they were invited to bat first by New Zealand. Team India are currently playing the 3rd ODI series against the Kiwis. Meanwhile, former Indian left-arm fast bowler Irfan Pathan says he believes that India has to focus on a variety in bowling. The lineup on different pitches, he said, pointing out that the bowling attack has lacked heat in crucial matches in previous editions of World Cups. India defeated the West Indies by 56 runs in the T20 Tri-Series in South Africa, announcing themselves ahead of next month's ICC Women's T20 World Cup. In an admirable courtesy, Smriti Mandhana shared her Man of the Match award with batter Harmanpreet Kaur at the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup. Smriti said that the team could score more freely once the skipper Harmanpreet Kaur was at the crease. The Asian Cricket Council to hold an emergency meeting on the 4th of February in Bahrain to discuss the venue for the 2023 Asia Cup. BCCI Secretary Jay Shah has said the Asia Cup 2023 may be played at a neutral venue instead of in Pakistan. Following BCCI's announcement, the PCB wrote a formal complaint requesting for an emergency meeting. And in football, Al Nassr management has said it hopes Cristiano Ronaldo retires with the Saudi Pro League club as his contract expires in 2025. After leaving Manchester United in December, Ronaldo agreed to a 2.5-year contract worth more than $200 million annually with a team based in Riyadh. Wimbledon champion Elena Rybakina continued her march in Rybakina defeating world number 1 Iga Swiatek and Ostapenko powering past Coco Gauff. Karen Khachanov won through to the semi-finals of the Australian Open for the first time in his career after Sebastian Korda was forced to retire with a wrist injury. Khachanov was leading before Korda made the decision to leave the court. Reacting as the winner, Karen Khachanov has...
I think I kind of reinvented myself, I would say.
The Sania Mirza-Rohan Bopanna partnership remained unstoppable as they secured a straight sets victory at the Australian Open again. Mirza and Bopanna will next square off against Latvian and Spanish pair of Elena Ostapenko and David Vega Hernandez in the quarter-final round. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Superfast 50. Thanks for watching.